Hey there. We wanted to show off our home away from home during our tour of northern New Mexico. This is a Dodge Ram 1500 Thor Rize 18T that we rented from Brian at Albuquerque RVs. This is our first time ever renting a Sprinter van. It's been really fantastic. We've really loved it so far. Let's take a look. Oh, hey there.
Look who it is.
May we come in?
Come aboard.
All right, you want to show us all around?
Yeah. This is the front area.
Yep, not a lot to see, just a suitcase. Yeah, it's the cockpit. That sounds way cool. It sounds like the Millennium Falcon.
You can spin these chairs around so you have extra seating and more space when you're in here.
Yeah, it's quite cozy.
This is the kitchen.
The kitchen.
We have made...
Yeah, it's got some dirty dishes.
Meals. We just finished making dinner, so
Yep.
just got some dirty dishes. Yeah, great gas stove, has 2 burners, and cooks really quickly and easily.
Yeah, big propane tank outside.
Really great sized fridge. We might have gone a little overboard
Us?
at the grocery store.
We don't ever go overboard at the grocery store. A little air conditioner action here that runs off a generator.
Yep.
Which we haven't really needed. The weather's been pretty perfect here.
Each window has these great magnetic covers, so we have blackout at night and in the morning and while we're changing. And then the sides behind the sink and then over here have pull downs, which are great. Lots of storage in this thing, which if you've ever traveled with me, you know that is important.
Oh yeah, one day we're going to talk about your transition clothes, but we'll save that for another video.
If you like clothes for different times of the day.
It's true, multiple times per day.
The RV came really well stocked, so they
Yeah.
gave us lots of great stuff to cook with and clean with and chop meals and wash dishes. But yeah, really, we were just super impressed with the amount of
It's really been
storage.
kind of perfect for us, actually. I think it's been great, right?
Yeah.
Size-wise?
Yeah, so we've kind of moved right on in.
Yeah.
We won't show you this because my embarrassingly large suitcase is in here.
Now right here, there is a rooftop bed, which we actually haven't used. We've been converting the back bench into a bed, which we'll show a video of that in a little bit. Brian said the tension rod is like a little screwy, and we just didn't really want to mess with it when this is plenty comfortable.
We've also heard this is a little bit more comfy than the mattress up there.
Yeah.
But it folds out really easy and goes all the way out to the edge and sleeps both of us really comfy. So I guess technically you could sleep 4 people.
Yeah, I think that's what it's rated for.
Might be a little tight, but
I don't think I'd want to have 4 people in here.
maybe with a kiddo.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, oh, one other thing, there's a table in here that you can attach to the ground right here and pull up right here. So if you wanted to eat dinner inside, if the weather was bad, or you just were in a place where you didn't want to sit outside.
Yeah, it's pretty great. There's a little control panel here. It's got all kinds of things. You can start the generator. The fresh water tank has a water pump that you have to turn on, runs off the battery. There's a heater as well as the air conditioner. All your lighting panel, there's outside lighting too, which is pretty cool. And then, you can start the generator, you can check your battery and propane tank levels. There's all kinds of little charging, there's USB charging kind of everywhere. It's super convenient. And what else is there to say about it? It's pretty great.
Yeah.
We've really enjoyed it.
We haven't had the generator on while we've been parked. This is our second campsite that doesn't have hookups, and everything has worked beautifully, and we've had all we need, which is great.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
As I mentioned, we rented the van from Albuquerque RV Rentals, and Brian was awesome. He came and dropped the van off for us, showed us all around, taught us how to use everything, and before long we were on the road. Immediately, I really appreciated how the van drove. Now, the Thor Rize is a Class B RV, so it's only 18 feet long, which meant it could fit in a regular parking spot. I didn't have to do anything special. And frankly, it just drove like a big truck, so I had absolutely no problem adapting to driving it. Here you can see us setting up the bed. It took about 4 to 5 minutes once we put all of the linen down and everything, and it was really pretty comfortable. The first night we didn't level the van, and we learned our lesson. From then on, we made sure to get the van perfectly level and slept really pretty wonderfully. Part of that was the weather was so fantastic, but on the night it got a little warm, we were able to utilize the air conditioner by running the onboard generator, which didn't really use a whole lot of gas. We only spent one night at an RV hookup capable campsite, and it was really nice having water and power both, but really the 2 nights we spent at more primitive campgrounds were totally fine. The freshwater and gray water tanks were plenty ample for what we used it for. Again, we really loved driving Toto. It was fantastic. Our only complaint was sometimes it was pretty underpowered getting up some of those, steeper climbs as we drove up through the Jemez Mountains. And we also heard from Brian to be aware that it's got a pretty low ground clearance. You can damage one of the tanks if you're not careful. Now, we were very careful about that, having been informed of that, and really took our time over any kind of speed bump, so that never came up. But driving it, again, overall, really a dream. It was very easy to adapt to, didn't have to do anything special. Now, one of these retails for like about $130,000 right now. As we kind of fell in love with it, like, wow, well, let's look into these. And we're like, well, that might be a little bit much for beginners like us. So I really advise you looking on, Outdoorsy or one of those sites and renting one of these. And if you head to northern New Mexico, definitely reach out to Brian at Albuquerque RV Rentals and tell him we sent you. All right, well, that's been our overview and review for this Class B RV from the point of view of absolute newcomers. Again, we're enthusiastic about this, but we are not experienced or seasoned RVers in any way. So if you are also a newcomer, we hope you found this enjoyable, and we really recommend looking around for the opportunity to rent something for a couple of days and try it out. We're really, really glad we did. It was an absolute blast. We had quite an adventure in this thing. Well, thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you're still here, we sure hope you drop us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.